get a double upgrade. One of our experts owns it too. We're going to debate that in our call of the day. Plus, next week, do not miss CNBC Evolve. Innovations in cybersecurity, featuring conversations with top security experts. It's hosted by our own Eamon Javers. You can register now at cnbcevents.com/evolvecyber.
Order filled.
This is the move I was looking for all morning. They just absolutely obliterated all the shorts. Absolutely obliterated them. Now they're going to make people feel pain for chasing long. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous movement today. Basically 80 points off the overnight low on ES, which is absolutely bonkers. Let's see where we might bounce. We got a long way to go. I'm looking for a move back to the 13,450 area for 440. 410 possibly even. Might lock in this 70 bucks.
Order filled.
Yeah. That's what the algos are doing. Algos are straight selling it. Okay, yes, it's probably going to come down more. If it doesn't hold this 41.46 area, it's probably going to break down more. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I am doing. Man, I'm so annoyed that I was gone this morning. I missed freaking... I missed such an easy short on YM. Everything, really. 41.64, come on, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Jesus. Overblown.
All right, we're back. A couple of interesting research calls today. We'll call them our calls of the day. Viacom CBS double upgraded at Bank of America. The analyst there citing that it's a potential takeout target with premium assets, especially after the news we got earlier in the week with the big media deal. Farmer Jim, you own Viacom CBS. Do you own it now for a deal?
Well, I own it on the merits of the company actually standing alone, Scott. Now at $27 billion, it could be taken over. There is one big impediment, and that's Sherry Redstone. She's not somebody who's likely to go out cheap. Now, Apple could make some over-the-top crazy bid, or somebody of that size. Netflix could do it. But it ain't going to be cheap. Sherry's a tough competitor. She's not going to give this crown jewel up
So we bounced up 41.44.
Go ahead.
If you're in the stock
score
like
there.
me, you don't have to be in it for takeout. They've got 36 million streaming subscribers. They've got 50 million at Pluto TV. They've got throw weight enough on their own to go it alone.
Okay, Chipotle upgraded over at UBS. That is to a buy. I think Joe Terranova still owns that. Price target to 1,700 from 1,575. I got nobody on the desk today that owns it. However, Josh is in Starbucks and Shake Shack. Jim, you've got Starbucks. You don't like Chipotle. Courtney owns Darden Restaurants. Court, why not Chipotle?
You don't really want me to answer that. How about I just tell you there's just another
number of companies that you can buy, diversified in the restaurant space, leaders, solid management teams, solid balance sheet. I don't, you know, whether it's Darden, yes, talking my own book, but I think that's what you guys want us to do on here, or Cake with Cheesecake Factory, Shake Shack, Josh has been talking about forever and a day. Chipotle is just not my thing.
Okay.
I'm trying to chase
Order
here.
filled.
No Chipotle for you either?
If we go above 41.47, I'll close it immediately.
It's just a really high stock. You know, it must be also in electric vehicles because it seems to trade that way, and I just can't justify
Order
the price.
filled.
So, you know, Starbucks is the name we've owned in the past. We don't own any of the restaurant stocks now, and you know, I think they've been great stocks. Chipotle has been phenomenal since they ran into the problem with, you know, bacteria in the lettuce or whatever, and
I do think
you
we're
know,
going
good
lower
for the shareholders,
eventually here, but
there's no way that we could buy it and be
I'm gonna
able
wait
to
for a setup.
justify the valuation here.
Well, you justified Twilio.
Hey, Judge, this analyst has been
I'm coming back
bearish
to you
on Chipotle.
Yeah.
I would just say, like, this analyst has been at a neutral for almost 2 years, and he was at a sell rating the entire 2 years before that. This stock has been compounding at 23% a year, while this guy's been telling people to avoid the stock. So, dude is suspect. Yeah. I'm not listening to him. I think that I think that you want to wait. This is another stock that had a huge run, and then for the last 6 months has been in an obvious downtrend.
Okay.
So I think you want to wait to see that that's been resolved.
Okay. Back to you, Carrie, right? See, I love when you guys do that. You're like, oh, God, that valuation's just in the clouds. I could never own that. And then I remember to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, but we just talked about Twilio earlier in the show, which...
Hey, Carrie's investing in the future, Scott. You leave her alone.
Carrie, you seem to have no problem with the Twilios of the world.
Well, as I said before, we have sold Twilio 4 times over the past year. You know, we have, meaning we have cut our position back because it had been such a phenomenal winner for us. And there's no way that you can compare a restaurant company, you know, fast food Mexico, no matter how good it is, with the kind of business that Twilio is, which, you know, started off giving you a notification that, you know, your Delta flight was leaving, and then there were no Delta flights, and they went into every other vertical in the world. From, you know, now you can go into the waiting room at your dentist, or now it's time to be able to sort of pick up something at this store, because they had to shift dramatically, and they were able to do it. And it's a company that is going to be making a lot of money at extremely high margins, which is not what you do when you're selling, you know, tacos and burritos. I mean, forgive me, but it's a really high cost business.
I know. You didn't have to go into that whole thing. I was just having a little fun there, but that's okay. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. As we go to break, take a look at Oatly. The shares, there they are. They're up almost 30% on the public debut today. We're back in 2 minutes.
I'm confused. Oh. Wow. Just a few more points is all I needed leeway earlier. Damn it. Oh, Dark Pool's selling hard.